Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drink and Think Trivia. My name is Doug, as always. I am joined today by my partner in crime, the man who decided to leave me for a cruise, but we're not gonna hold that against him because he's good people. The Norseman from North Carolina, the redneck ravishing Republican,
Oh, those are things.
Lucas, the body, Lucas.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna do it.
Okay.
All right, we prepped. We did prep and pre-show. I got all the way up to my nipples, but I felt that's not safe for work just yet. And oh, hey, we're off the time clock. Anyway, what I do recall in the middle of that intro is that you are Doug, always known as Doug, and that's shenanigans. Because the other day you said that I got the Esquire part of your name wrong, which means there's titles that are added onto it frequently. So that's licer, I call slander, and BS.
So it's one of those. It's like Prince. If you use the singular, it implies everything else. So if you say Prince, it also includes the artist formerly known as Prince, the sign that means Prince. Like Doug is just like that. When you say Doug, it includes Captain Admiral, Mr. Doctor, whatever, Douglas Edward Warford, Esquire, MD, PBS, XYZ.
You're a public broadcasting system. Yeah. I like it.
I run Sesame Street.
I don't even know where this intro is going. Besides the point, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Drink and Think Trivia. He's Doug, I'm Lucas. We all know that already. It's a beautiful night for trivia. There are 48 questions with everything ranging from current events to not current events. Those are the rounds we have.
Yep, as always. And for those of you, we put some posts out. There's obviously a different background tonight. There is a different thing that's not the Rocket Frog logo. Also, on that note, this Saturday is Rocket Frog's last day. If you're in Northern Virginia, please run up there, say hi, get a couple beers, say some good words to the bartenders and all that, because they're all good people. It's, business doesn't always work out, and that's not a reason to take away from the memories people have formed there.
Even my short-lived time with Drink and Think, I have a beautiful mug that we will still use frequently that says Rocket Frog. They will always have a special place in our heart, and we are immensely saddened by what's happened up there. I mean, it's sad to see anyone not succeed, especially when you think they're talented and good at what they do. And They had a very good brewery and area and atmosphere. I got to that word. I'm so good at things.
There we go.
But anyway.
So, with that, we actually have a legitimate sponsor tonight. A 100% not BS, not a plug our stupid Raid Shadow Legends 9 people.
Hey. I told you not to mess with Raid Shadow Legends because I have sponsored them before.
Seriously, Raid Shadow Legends has the dumbest sponsorship deal of like, if 6 people play with your code, then you get $10. It's like, that means I have to convince 10 people to download Raid Shadow Legends. Like,
in fairness, I convinced 10 people to download Raid Shadow Legends and got a $100 check. It was worth it.
I was one of them. You're welcome.
Yes, you were.
I played the intro. I pulled a 5-star hero in my first draw, and I rolled with that as far as I could. And then the moment was like, "Oh, time to grind." I was like, "And uninstall."
Uninstall. Nope. It's
but
facts. But anyway,
so
your sponsor.
Our sponsor tonight, Gensmak. It is a new board game that's coming out. It is coming out December 20th. We have a early release copy of it to play tonight. We're going to play after trivia tonight. If you want a chance to win a tabletop version of this game and you join our stream afterwards, like after we're done, we're going to end the stream for about a minute or two. We're going to come back and we're going to play the game on stream. It's a trivia game. It's about questions about generations kind of stuff. So you also have to put in what generation you're a part of. So you pick the year that you're part of. Obviously Lucas and I are millennials. There's Gen Z, there's Gen X, there's boomers, and there's the greatest generation. It is I've played, to put this in perspective, I played this game maybe 5 minutes with the creators. I got on a call with them about how we're going to do the sponsorship and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, honestly, like we want the product to speak for itself. I played 5, maybe 10 minutes with it, and I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of joking around. It was a lot of talking shit. Again, these are people I had met for like 15 minutes before we started playing, and we were already talking shit about Generations, and it was hilarious. Also, the Greatest Generation and Boomers got dumped on a lot, which was great.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
no, just in the short amount of time that I've got to hear you talk about it, and I've went and read about the game, I think that it takes a really cool aspect on the trivia / party game style of, hey, here's all this generational trivia, but they have this super cool system where you can ask for hints, and it's a points-based system. You kind of like Trivial Pursuit, where you have to collect each one of the puzzle pieces for each generation, but you venture outside of your generation, for example. So if I, a millennial, were to answer a Gen X question back in the 70s, I get bonus points for doing that. But at the end of the day, if I can't answer a question or I get like frustrated with it, and this is something that actually we played a generational trivia game over the summer, and it was really frustrating because you get questions that you just didn't know.
Yeah.
And to overcome that idea, they've added these cool like hint cards that you can request that are written by comedians that are like, absolutely, you're going to figure this out. Most likely, you can sort out the answer with this cool hint, and still gives you a chance to find enjoyment. You just don't get stumped. So I think it's super neat.
Like a great example, while we were playing, one of the questions, I want to say it was Gen X. It was asking about the intro, like Dolly Parton sang an intro song to this show, blah blah blah, about working an 8-hour day, and I'm like, I know the song is 9 to 5, or it was a movie. And it's like, I know the song is 9 to 5, but the way the question was worded, I thought it was asking about the movie, which was on me because I reread the question. I was like, oh no, I'm an idiot. It definitely asked for the song, like the theme song. I hit the hint, and it said, working a normal 8-hour day, which sucks for all of us, doesn't it? Or something like that. And I was like, oh, like 100% it's 9 to 5. Like, I knew that. So it's not hints like, oh, think about the elbow or like dumb stuff like that. It gives you like the direction. And just like Trivial Pursuit, you have to answer at least one question from every like generation.
I'm still thinking about my elbow.
I don't know. It's a lot of fun. So they're releasing on December 20th. They have a tabletop format and they have a online format, which we will be playing tonight later. If you want to join us, and again, if you join us and you get on camera, if your lovely face joins us on this stream after we're done with general trivia, you can win a like actual tabletop version of this game. I've seen pictures of the like actual setup. It's very clean, very simple, very beer proof, which I should point out is a big like.
It's good for the people here at Drinking Things
so
Trivia.
If you're drinking and you spill on these cards, you're good to go. Don't worry about it, baby.
We're good.
I mean, we'll touch on this game later. We have in our chat, you'll see it pop up every once in a while. We have a link to their Amazon page if you want the tabletop version, or if you want to play it online, there is their website, which is you'll just essentially be put on a wait list until the 20th, and then you can buy it. As far as the interface goes on their online version, it's just like Jackbox, where like you can go to their it's easier than Jackbox, I should say. I have it pulled up right now. It's literally a QR code. We will put that up. If you scan it, it puts you in the game immediately. No like, hey, we brought you to the site, now put in the code.
Now type in the code.
Right, yeah, no, it puts you right into the game. The strategy, I will say, is you want to load your team up with. You don't want generations across the board, because obviously if you have one of every generation, you can't get the bonus points. But if you heavy load one side or the other, like, yeah, you're good to go.
You want diversity with closeness to each generation so that they can reach into a generation slightly before or slightly after them.
Yeah.
To pull bonus points. It's a really smart strategy there.
But somehow if you find someone from the greatest generation and get them online somehow, like, you win the game, because
boot up a computer. It's hard.
You have conquered Sisyphus's task by getting a greatest generation person online.
back in my day with the abacus, we did the adjusting and with the fancy computer chip. I'm going to the recliner.
Oh, so
But
those
as you
are
mentioned, we do have the post there with both things. If you want to check it out, you're that interested, !Gensmak, we'll throw the link up that's there. It's the bit.ly. Take you straight to their website, get you signed up.
and that is Gensmak, SMAK, not SMACK.
This is Smack Talk, dog.
Yep.
We're
So-
going back to our 90s lingo.
Obviously. All right, my man, it's been a little while.
Season
I think we need to refresh you on how to play this game.
I have no clue how to play this game.
Well, more or less just how to interact with this game. Do you remember how what the rules are for Drink Think Trivia by any chance?
What I remember is that we had 3 of them.
Yes.
And I think if I remember, rule number 1 was to hold on, I gotta remember how to phrase it. Do not succeed in being phallic-like, I think.
You're very close with that, sir. Rule number 1 for those of you playing is don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Also,
Don't do what I just did to Doug. Don't treat him like he doesn't know what's going on. He knows what's going on. Rule number 1's always been don't be a dick. We have a poster behind the man. We soon will have a poster back here. We haven't figured that out yet. There's calligraphy artists working on it. Many funds, research, and development is going into it. It's going to be good.
I want to invest in a neon lights or a neon sign that's 100%.
That'd be so good.
Hey, also, Lucas, you and I are pretty hard-headed, I would say, right? We're pretty stubborn people.
Yes, much like Zidane Zidane headbutting someone in the World Cup, we too could bust through a brick wall.
So, to remind you, what's rule number 2?
Oh, to get through this thick skull, we just repeated rule number 1.
Yep.
Duh. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick. But
you have to ask yourself if what you're doing is abusive to your fellow man. If it is annoying, hatred-like, you shouldn't be doing it. Have fun by yourself, but don't mess with other people. What is it? Don't mess in other people's pool. There's a phrase there. Swim in your own little kiddie pool, but don't pee in anyone else's pool. Yeah. There we go. Hey, swim in the pool, but don't pee in it. That's basically don't be a dick. God, I'm amazing.
Yep.
But anyway, while you're swimming in that pool, what do you do with rule number 3?
Rule number 3 is you do you, boo-boo.
That's right.
We don't care your race, your gender, your creed. We live on this spectrum of life, and we want you to live the way you want to live. So you do you, boo-boo, as long as you're not hurting people. Because
I'm continuing with my analogy.
But,
front stroke, breaststroke. It doesn't matter. We love them all here.
We're all in the human race, so it's fine. Except for Nazis. Fuck those people.
Yeah, big facts.
Also, if you pee in your own pool, it's fine. We don't care.
That's true. Was it your own pool?
So I need to go on this rant for half a second because this pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm ready.
So you know the game Wolfenstein, right?
I do know Wolfenstein.
Okay, so
there are Nazis in it. This is why we're talking about it. I'm sure.
So Wolfenstein has been a first-person shooter since before Doom. Like, to put in perspective, Doom has always been considered the first-person shooter, but it wasn't. Wolfenstein was. Wolfenstein was they created the essential 2.5D, where you're looking at a flat surface but can make it look 3D. This game, since game 1, there's like 19 games of them now. Wolfenstein has been around forever. This is a game my grandfather played on his computer, which just fucking shocked me. I listened once to my uncle and my grandfather talk about how to beat Hitler, who is the final boss in Wolfenstein, or Return to Wolfenstein. Cheers, Favreau.
Oh, Lord.
Which
I love that he dehydrates himself. But anyway, go ahead. Final boss.
Blew my mind that they were talking strategies on how to beat a final boss in an FPS on a computer game when I was playing on a PS2 at this time.
Yeah, no, that's nuts.
Wolfenstein is coming out with another game in the future. I don't know exactly when, but it is. And their promo they put out on Twitter was, let's kill Nazis in America again. And
pretty good.
And posted the link to their new game and like the release and all that stuff. And there is a slew of people saying, Oh, I see Wolfenstein's working with the SJWs. I see that they're speaking with the woke crowd. And I'm like, do you not know what this fucking game is about?
Bruh.
Bruh. Like,
Come on.
I was... Like, the objective of the most recent Wolfenstein game was, in order, kill Nazis.
Yes.
Kill Nazis that have taken over America.
Good.
Kill Nazis that are cybernetically enhanced.
That's a lot of Nazis so far.
Kill the devil who is somehow a Nazi person.
What do you mean somehow? The devil is obviously a Nazi.
He's wearing a freaking
Please tell me
swastika
it's like a
armband.
uniform.
It is the devil. It is straight up a demon from hell, dressed up in an SS uniform with the armband and everything. He is a fucking Nazi and he's the devil. And somehow that's controversial to talk about.
I hate to take you off your tirade here, but you said Nazis enough time that we're demonetized.
Probably. I don't give a shit. Fuck all Nazis. Every single one of them. I want to invoke Captain America. Every Nazi should be punched in the face all the time, ever. No, correction. I'm going to invoke Trump. If you punch a Nazi in the face, I'll pay for your defense.
Oh my god. All right.
Anyway,
now with our position on Nazis firmly entrenched, which I do not disagree with any part of. I think it's what you drinking?
Yeah,
you've had your pregame cores, but what you drinking?
I'd be drinking bringing back from last week, Chesapeake Wheat Tangerine Wheat Beer from Flying Dog up in Delaware.
It's no surprise. You can see the Green Mountains. It's not Coors. Y'all know what's in there.
I'm poor as shit.
We're PG. We're PG for the night.
I would say
as my family attends trivia.
I would say we are Disney PG. Like no, correction.
I just mean on the alcohol.
early 90s PG, which I learned about this recently. PG-13 didn't used to exist, so the gap between PG and R got delineated to PG. So unless you were saying the F word multiple times, you were a PG movie. That was it.
That's interesting.
Which is why when you look back on some of like the kids movies you watched that were really messed up, they should have been PG-13 movies, but it didn't exist at the time.
That makes sense, actually. So it's a good point.
Well, with that, let's jump into questions. We're 20 minutes in already.
Things die. Hey, we advertise, number one. Number two, true. My computer was telling me sleet coming soon, and it's 63 degrees. So nothing's doing great. Anyway,
why don't you take the first question?
It's current events.
Current events. We should talk about how to play real quick. If you want to play, top right. Well, actually, top.
Hey, right, we're not. Wait, is the stream
not on
frozen?
This. Hold on.
You don't have it, Douglas. I take 1 week off, and everything technical goes down the crapper. What is this shenanigan?
I realized where I fucked up. Hold on. There we go.
Anyway, as he figures it out, which he did, I need to point toward my Carolina Hurricanes logo. Over there, it's a QR code. Take your phone, put it up there, scan it around. It will pull you up a website that will take you straight into the game.
Or if you look in our chat, there's play.trivnow.com/search. If you click on that, the code is DNWK. Also, just as a
reminder,
like really easy plug, the game Gensmak has an easier interface than we do. So.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! As you say, it's Stream Elements. Looking for a fun party game that you know the host of Drink and Think already love? Go check it out. It's Gensmak. Hashtag hot mess. Those are big facts. Yeah, also, as your second general reminder before we rock and roll into current events, if you're answering a question, answer it. Then go do what you're doing. Answer the question. Hit submit. Continue to Facebook because we all know you need your social media. Continue to ESPN so you can see what the sports ball teams are doing tonight. Continue to your point. Don't do that while you're playing trivia. That's kind of being a dick. But anyway.
If a question comes up and you go over to Facebook and then come back and answer, it's going to say you're cheating. And there's only so much of that there's only so many red exclamation points we're going to put up with. So let's jump into it.
All right, it's time once again for the most magical of times. It's trivia night. Let's talk about the USA sucking in soccer. We were eliminated in the first game of the round of 16 by what country? Someone said actual football, but I side with Peyton Manning. USA. Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah.
That commercial was amazing.
What's his name? Beckham.
It's Beckham.
Yeah, he calls it soccer, and he's like, "You said soccer." No, I didn't.
He said soccer.
Yes,
I heard
yes,
it.
yes, you did.
The end of the commercial.
Yeah.
I definitely said soccer.
Which I kind of have to laugh at the, like, balls that one of the USA team members had when they beat Iran, and he lifted his shirt up, and underneath was another shirt that said, it's called soccer. And then you lose in the first round of 16. Like,
I mean, in fairness, there are a lot of countries, and we made it to the round of 16. Ben, tell me how long I need to wait on Mama Bunghole, because it says Mama Bunghole who's only kind of playing. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, then.
I will say we had a hard-ass group to play through, though. England, Wales, Iran was uncharacteristically good this year.
In fairness, in our Netherlands game, we had chances. We just didn't convert. We possessed the ball a lot. I really felt good about it. It just felt like every time the Netherlands got a breakout, they scored. It was tough.
I mean, in fairness, Women's World Cup's coming up, and we're taking back the championship.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Mama Bunghole says she's kind of playing, so we're gonna let it slide. That correct answer was, and I already said it, the Netherlands. I did say every time the Netherlands got the ball. But anyway, it was when the question was mostly over. Oh, God.
So it's probably a good thing Brian doesn't pay too much attention to trivia. Boeing put out its 1,574th model of what plane that will be the last of its kind?
Why is there now a knockout button on Triv Now?
It's always been there.
What does it do?
You can essentially ask questions in order, and as people get them wrong, it knocks them out.
Ooh. Anyway. I'd be interested to do a 50-50 around that way and see how many people survived.
Ooh.
Yeah. And if someone survives, they win they get the reward.
Wait, how is the reward? How is their reward us chugging?
Well, I mean, if no one gets knocked out.
Oh, that's ooh.
It's an interesting thought. Or if say 75% survive, like give it a decent survival rate.
Yeah. Well,
what you got?
Mom Bunghole, I guess, isn't answering. The answer is that's the 747 is no longer being produced. The last one that rolled off the belt was a 747-8, which is actually a freighter plane, not a passenger plane. But the 747 will never be made again.
Dang. Things you learn. The Georgia runoff for the Senate seat came to a close. Good Lord, words. So anyway, in Georgia, there was a runoff. It's finally done at 3 a.m. on Wednesday. Who won? I've heard nothing but constant emails about this. Support Republican candidate. And I'm like, I don't live in Georgia.
Oh,
I have nothing against this man, but...
So I have my sign up account on Gmail, like the one that like all my Netflix, Hulu's, all those emails go to.
Yeah. I got you.
And somebody signed that email up for the RNC, and I've been getting emails 4 times a day about like, take this poll about Republicans. Make sure to vote for Republicans in the next election. I'm like, I get more spam mail from the RNC than I do from literally anywhere else.
Yep, it's the worst.
Legitimately, Virginia Tech, who wants my money all the friggin' time, wants to sell me stuff all the friggin' time, sends me less spam mail than the RNC.
It's factual. As a Republican card-carrying member, I get Trump emails 24/7. I unsubscribe from them and somehow still get Trump emails. Like, I don't care. You guys can send me all the emails you want. I know what I'm gonna do. What I don't get is why I get Herschel Walker emails. By the way, he was beat by Raphael Warnock, I'm guessing.
Yep.
I did it. I'm so good at words. But I get emails that are like, support Herschel Walker, and I'm like, I mean, the dude was a good football player, but I don't live in Georgia. What do you people want me to do? Go campaign in Charlotte so that it'll move through South Carolina? This isn't the revolution.
Can we talk about how Herschel Walker wasn't the Republican candidate? He was the CTE candidate.
Wait, he was what now?
The CTE candidate.
Are you what? Wait, seriously?
The traumatic brain injury, like the thing. From
Oh god, yeah. Oh lord, yeah, no.
He went on a rant. So I as liberal as I am, so in the morning I will watch the recap Seth Meyers episode, whatever.
Right.
And they brought up Herschel Walker, and they're like, he went on a rant so long that if we showed it for this entire show, it wouldn't be long enough. And it was about how, I think you watched Fright Night or something like that, and it was werewolves and vampires, and he went on this rant about how werewolves and vampires are cool. Like,
man,
it was bad, and the entire and I don't want to mock him, because you can literally see like there's nothing behind his eyes. Like, he is in a different plane of existence when he talks, and it's kind of sad, because I'm 90% sure that's CTE, like, just fucking with him. But
he did send Lady a get well soon card with a lot of money. All right, next question.
Right. Let's talk about something else. How about politics again? A jury found what large organization guilty of tax fraud on Tuesday?
Ooh, Tuesday. I was trying to remember as a mod. I should be able to, that's why I need to go to mod view. Okay. I was editing your title to include a hashtag.
Oh.
Ta-da! I just changed the title.
Right.
Have the hashtag.
Well, the answer is it's the Trump Organization, which is why I put Trump. It should be Trump with like the TM. So it's not Trump himself; it's the Trump Organization.
Of course.
All
right. And what is being ruled as a terrorist attack in Moore County, North Carolina? Several power substations, oh yeah, I heard about this, were destroyed by gunfire in an attempt to allegedly cut power to stop what event? So a podcast I was listening to was talking about how I think it was Timothy McVeigh, when he was talking about the Oklahoma City bombings, was talking about how this would be like one of the big terrorist attacks he thought could happen was attack on power substations. I did not know what they were trying to stop, which is ridiculous. Those are a lot of Japanese characters.
Yep.
I need a translator. Anyway.
I don't even know if that's spam or not, because I can't read it.
I'm going to try to find out. To Google Translate. Anyway. We got 6 of 6. They really wanted to stop a drag show because people dressing like women when they're men is bad enough to kill the power for, and I quote, I think like 1.2 million people are out of power because of this bull crap.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
The funny part of all of this is that the drag show wasn't going to happen that night. They had the wrong date.
Okay. Sorry. Our Japanese thing says, please link. That one?
Cool. But yeah. Also, on the newest RuPaul's Drag Race, they have the first straight man competing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Which it was interesting to watch, like, that little clip. Like, I saw it on my like the Facebook videos you can watch, it, like little whatever the thing Facebook is trying to do to combat TikTok. I was flipping through it, and like everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, someone's straight," and I was like, I think he understands in that moment what it feels like to be a minority, when he's like,
yeah,
what's the big deal? It's like, exactly, what's the big fucking deal? If you're black, white, gay, straight, on the alphabet spectrum, I don't give a shit. Like, what's the big fucking deal? Anyway, moving on. The answer you already asked.
I answered it. It was a drag show.
Twitter has really become a wild place in the last little bit. Well, let's say more so than usual. The weirdest and probably grossest thing was pictures of whose junk being put out there.
Ugh. I also prefer Twitty. I think I want Twitter called Twitty now.
No, I want to start my own website called Twitty, and it's going to be just like you can only post puppy memes. That's it. Puppies and kitties. That's it.
Look at you.
Or
Puppies and
owl
kitties.
chicks, because owl chicks are adorable, and they're 99%
Oh,
fluff.
sorry, I thought you meant like women dressed up as owls, and I was really confused for a minute.
No, like
you
owls,
literally mean
owls
baby
that
owls.
have just been born, like have just hatched out of their egg. They are so fluffy and so cute.
I like it.
Well, the answer is Hunter Biden. Ted Cruz posted photos that were taken off of Hunter Biden's laptop. A, illegal.
Ugh.
B, was suppressed earlier because it violated Twitter's terms of services before Elon took over. And it was just him laying out there with his dong like fully erect, and that was apparently okay for some reason. But anyway.
Wow. What a great, smart tweet. Very brain. Anyway, my Trump impression needs work. I'm not good at it. Anyway, in a truly bonkers story, 25 people were arrested as part of a far-right, good lord, extremist group for plotting a coup in what country? What hasn't the extreme right done this week? Gone for ice cream, apparently.
This is extreme.
Different. Oh, this is... Okay, thank goodness. I was getting really concerned.
There's like... honestly, there's like conservative...
On a scale from 1 to Nazi, and conservative falls somewhere like in the first quarter of that scale.
Right, like I would say there's like... If you're going to do like a number system, I would say there's like centrist...
Did I just say conservatives are like Nazi? I'm sorry, go ahead.
like on a number scale, like centrist being a 1.
Yeah.
Conservative, like genuine political conservatives being 2 to 4.
Okay.
I would say you have your what they call themselves, the Tea Party. I would say is like 5 to 6.
6 is where I was thinking for the Tea Party.
The Trump, I'm gonna call it the My Pillow Party, being 7 to 9. These guys were 10 to 12.
Ooh, Lord, help us, Jesus. Can't answer. Sorry. I sometimes wonder. What? Oh. So I just realized. Sorry. While we were having this discussion, and the correct answer here was Germany.
You know what happened last time?
They were plotting a coup for Germany.
It was 25 people. How did they think 25 people were going to overthrow the government?
I apologize in advance for what is about to happen.
Oh, what about the Battletoads video game?
I'm very confused. Why is... Anyway. We have to take over the country, just like the father would want us to do. We are in the fatherland. The fatherland deserves to follow like the father did. Everyone's hands out. We walk towards the capital. I believe that's how they started their coup, in a group of 5 by 5, and they walked to the Capitol till it got arrested.
I will say you did fuck up though, because Germany calls themselves the motherland.
No, Russia calls themselves.
Russia calls themselves the fatherland.
No.
Yes.
Douglas, you are wrong. You are so wrong, trivia man.
Let's argue.
The motherland definition. A country regarded as a place of origin in general. Crap. Because they call it Mother Russia. Oh, Doug. You're so off here, and I'm going to win.
What did native Germans...
People often refer to Mother Russia as a personification of the Russian nation. Apparently, the Philippines also call themselves the motherland. Thank you.
Right, so Germany is the... Oh, you're right.
Really? Really, Doug?
My brain got mixed up.
But that wasn't even the point of that whole speech. It's that Hitler is the father. That's the whole point.
But I still, like, okay. So...
Okay, yes.
Hitler, when he tried to do a coup, had hundreds of people at his back.
Oh, it was more than hundreds. He had the love of like a whole political party and the general public in general.
So, Okay, let's even say tens of thousands. Let's go on that side.
Correct.
Tens of thousands of people. Hitler.
In the 1940s, when there were less people.
Oh,
But anyway.
1930s. Like that's when he
Oh
came
yeah,
to power.
30s. I'm sorry, you're right, 30s.
Like
Even
the
further, really.
was it the what hall push or whatever it's called? He had tons of people marching. 25 people in a country that doesn't allow guns. What did you think you were gonna do?
Let's say Hitler had 25,000 people. You had less than 1%. You had 0.00. You had 0.2% of what Hitler had, and people liked him.
That's like when Westboro showed up to Virginia Tech, and we're like, "Oh shit, they're gonna bring thousands or hundreds of people." And it was like 4 people on the corner holding up like 2 signs of peace, and we're like, "Ha ha ha, you suck dick."
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
one of our. Go ahead and read our last question, so I can tell you why.
This is our wager round. You have up to 7 points to wager with. The one time TSA gets a good story about him. TSA arrested someone for trying to put what through an X-ray machine in a carry-on. This was on Monday. So someone tried to put something through X-ray. TSA was like, "Fuck you," and arrested him.
Idiot. Have you ever played the game Battletoads? Because I haven't.
Yes, it's fantastic and horrible at the same time.
Okay. In our active block terms, I had forgot about this. We have the term daddy.
When?
I think when I first started trivia, we spammed the phrase daddy while Sydney was on, and I think it got banned by Ryan or Sydney.
Yeah.
But I just typed it, and it didn't blank it out. So I'm confused what it means by block terms.
It's, yeah. But also Ragnarok's Canyon difficult mission.
It is difficult. Although I was enjoying using Google Translate, but I'm also understanding what's going on. Also, she, them agreed with me. They did say Russia motherland, so get wrecked. Not only in America, but Japan. Don't we have We used to have Canadians that played this.
Motherland calls monument Volgograd.
Oh, above it. Russia motherland.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
And then in Mother Russia. So I had not only a Minnesotan, but a Japanese person, I assume.
Is that Japanese text, or are you fucking up and
being
super fucking
that
racist?
Is no. When I translated it, if I'm being racist, Google Translate is being racist because it said Japanese. Because I was going to clarify.
I mean, Google is run by a bunch of white dudes, so...
Yeah, but they pay a lot of people who speak a whole lot of other languages, I'm just saying.
Gensmak is watching this right now like, who the hell did we just sponsor?
Why did we agree to this? All right. Tell them what they've won.
The answer is a dog. Someone tried to put a dog through the X-ray machine. They caught it before it went through. They caught so someone put a dog into a carry-on. Not even a dog carrier. Into their own into a backpack. And they saw it moving around and they stopped it. And they arrested the dude for
reckless endangerment?
No, it's animal abuse. Which I forget which
animal
state.
Cruelty, not the dog.
I forget which state it's in, but the state that they got arrested in is a 5-year minimum term for animal abuse.
Wow, good. Good. Yeah. Deserve that.
Yeah.
All right, Douglas, it's been 40 minutes. We've completed one round.
All right.
You want to look at the scoreboard or you want to rock and roll?
Let's see the scoreboard real quick. Bunghole with the scabbed wings, 20.801. Wait, hold on. Yeah. E was 17.391. Scrappy Tiny was 7.18. Antichrist Bunghole Star 5.66. Mama's Bunghole is kind of plain 4.6. And if you can dodge a wrench, 4.515.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yep.
If you can dodge the correct answers, you can score 4 points. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Yukum. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
I'm definitely butchering this, and I'm very sorry. Yuko Amabi. If you want to play with this, take your camera out, scan that QR code. It's going to take you right into the game. We would definitely want you to play because you are more knowledgeable than I am right now. So,
Mother Russia wins. All right.
So this one, why don't you take the explanation real quick? I'll be right back. Sorry.
It is board game boards. For this round, we're going to show you. It's a picture round. We're going to show you a board or pieces from a board game, and you tell us which one it belongs to. First up, if you haven't flipped the table yet, you're not playing the right game. So, check out your picture real quick. Tell me what game that is. Don't worry about your spelling. We believe in you. Also, we can't spell, so. That's how I would have spelled it. I have 5 of 6, and we are missing Mama Bunghole. We'll let it roll. I think you said 9 Central, Ben, so probably on the way, 15 minutes till, but I'll wait for a little bit, just in case. But yes, this game, as everyone has gotten correct so far, rage-inducing, beautiful game. I remember when they added this game to the game store on my BlackBerry. And I had to pay $2.99 to play Monopoly against random people. And I love Monopoly. So I bought it. I'm pretty sure it was the first like mini transaction I ever made. Oh, 8 Central. So it's 8 Eastern. That's right. I can't math. What do you want from me? Anyway, time up. That's Monopoly. Yeah, I definitely paid $2.99 to own Monopoly on a BlackBerry Pearl. Oh, and she swings it in at the last second. That's a check. All right. Next board. Let's see what we got. Oh, boy. What about this wonderful pattern? I am now curious. I'm curious if I'm missing something. Because that board looks oddly familiar, like 2 games. I really hope you all know the difference. Yeah, see, a lot of people did what I did there, and I'm curious if the other board looks different. It doesn't. Okay, yep, nope. Anyone who put both, I will accept because, you know what, I'm in charge. Doug, tell me why that board is different from the other board.
From which other board?
Well, look at the answers. All right,
Because
also,
they spelled. I'm giving it to everyone.
Oh no, I was curious between chess and checkers. A chess and a checkers board are exactly the same, but we only listed chess as an option for the answer. So I was just curious if there was something different between a chess.
There's no options. This is a free response.
I know. So we put chess as our only answer, but that is also a checkers board. I looked up what a checkers board looked like. It's the exact same. So I gave it to people who wrote chess or checkers.
I'm on the wrong question because
we're on question number 10, Doug.
It's free response, and I was like, whatever. All right.
Yeah. So
the difference between a chess and checkers board is a chessboard tends to have it's the small things on the bottom. It tends to have a storage area for it that is as large as the board, whereas a checkers storage area tends to be a quarter of the board.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
It's the same board.
I know it is. Shut up.
I do agree with your explanation, though. I see what you're saying, and that makes sense. I'll go ahead and grab the next one, too, to put us back on the right thing. What about this big old wheel with spokes? Looking like a board. Looking like a sweet, sweet snack. I kind of assumed that things on the side.
You know what we could have done just to mess with everybody?
Talk to me.
Take a picture of the online version of Gensmak and put it as the last question and been like, what's this game? That would have been
funny. That would have been really funny.
Everyone would have hated us for it, but...
Ooh! They've named their team Battletoads. Good on you.
I like it. I like it.
Well, with only... Oh, we're lacking one. Scrubbing tiny. There we go.
Yep.
Everybody's in. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason you should know this is by the spoke in the center. The spoke in the center shows you the pie of pieces, which lets you know that is Trivial Pursuit. I mean, the colors help too, but, you know.
Can you name this oldie? I'm not even going to call it an oldie but goodie. It's just an oldie. This game sucks.
That, number 1, is an oldie. Number 2, I never played it. I'm pretty sure I only ever saw infomercials for it on Nickelodeon. Never played this game.
So I realized...
Was it like a cheap knockoff of Monopoly?
Kind of. So I realized how American I look. So I'm lifting up a hockey koozie with a Coors Light beer. When I flip it up, it's the American flag, wearing a bandana and a Metallica shirt. This is I am as American as uh, paying off your mistress so you don't get impeached.
That's pretty American. I'm gonna give Mama Bunghole credit because that's I think that was the correct name.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I played this, but I don't remember. Of course, Kim played this. Violation detected. Nah.
Yeah.
Close, but no cigar. Anyway, what's the game?
Mall Madness, which was a game that literally made no sense. It was like Pretty Princess, but all right, take the next one. Hold on, I have to send this picture though, because
How many of you played this goodie? I actually don't think I ever played this.
this one's a lot.
I looked at it. I looked at it and thought it was Mancala, but then I can actually see the board, or however you pronounce that one that I never knew how to play. I won one of those at like a dirty Christmas party, and then taught myself how to play it. Oh, it was such a cool game. Anyway, quintessentially American close. You're holding a hockey koozie, which is quintessentially Canadian. I think you need to be holding a Broncos koozie.
It's an American team.
I know it's the Avs, but it's still hockey.
If it was a Super Bowl World Champs koozie, that would
be
the most.
If it was a Broncos koozie or any form of baseball koozie, I would give you credit. But I agree. I mean, I have the Hurricanes
because baseball has Canadian teams too. But I would say
one. But what did they say America's game is, Doug? America's favorite pastime is
jerking off before you have to go to work.
And we've gone back to NC-17. Okay. Someone got this right. Good job, Battletoads. I'm proud of you. Kim got angry. That, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was mine. That's Mastermind. What did you do in this game, Doug?
So essentially,
looks like golf keys.
So it was 1v1.
Right.
The Mastermind would set up a pattern. As you see, like closest to you, there are 4 colors. The other person had, I want to say it was 10 guesses to try to guess the pattern, and every time it's Wordle essentially, like 100%.
Gotcha.
Yuko's is correct. It's essentially Wordle, where you would put down little pegs of like, oh, you have 1 in the correct place, 2 that are correct but not in their correct place, like that kind of thing.
Could this company sue Wordle?
No, because
no, there's not a word there, but that's awful dang close.
Yep.
That's cool. That's really cool. I like that.
So Allie has this game. Allie and I have played it twice, and both times I've rage quit because I've been like, it took all 10 guesses, and on the 10th guess, I had all the colors in the wrong spots, and I'm just like, flip table.
Made everything. All right, I'm ready for you to read this next one because I literally almost named it in the Mall Madness round.
What about this kooky contraption you inevitably lost pieces in?
No, I was never allowed to own this game. I only ever got to see the commercials on Nickelodeon.
My buddy had this game, but didn't have all the pieces, so you couldn't play it.
Okay.
The version he had, the pieces were made of Play-Doh, so that there was like a PG-13 version of it where it wasn't traps or like everyone answered, so it's fine. It wasn't traps. It was it was like executions. So like a guillotine would drop and like slice your. Yeah.
She appeared out of nowhere.
What?
All right. So while they answer that, so everybody knows this mousetrap. What I remember about it was that it was the first Rube Goldberg machine that I wanted to own. But anyway, you were saying, so it had guillotines.
So it like had guillotines and stuff, and all of the pieces were made of Play-Doh, so that if, like, when you land on the thing that had to make the thing go, it would like slice through your piece, and then you would just like put that piece back in the mold and like smash it, so it'd be back to the whole piece and then start at the beginning. It was weird.
Huh, interesting. I don't know what Kim just answered. My parents are here, and they need to be let in the door. Can you name this colorful board? Why was I thinking that this isn't how this board looked? Am I missing something here?
Oh, I remember this board being in the center, not the...
I remember this board having auto rolling die.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, definitely Grape Escape. Okay. I thought it had an auto rolling die when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, it had a little like bubble in the center.
The little popper thing, right? I'm looking at all the old boards and I don't see it though. I feel delusional.
No, you're wrong. Trouble had that.
Thank you. That's it. The other one-word one. A bubble. Yeah, man, a bubble. Y'all get it. Yeah, the Pop-O-Matic. That was the auto roller. That's all it was. You know what I mean.
Yeah, the Pop-O-Matic was for trouble. This game had cards. So
it
wasn't rolling a dice. You drew cards.
Yeah. We're waiting on Kim, who went to let my parents in, so. It also doesn't matter if she gets the question incorrect, other than she'll be angry.
Moving on, then.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, the other one-word game. That's sorry, not trouble. It's sorry. It is wager time.
Yep.
Did Allie disapprove of your rendition of sorry?
No. I hit next question and hit the answer, and she wanted to come up and see it.
Guess what it was? Oh, yeah. I had never played this till I met Kim. It's you, by the way. You're the bring home guy tonight.
Last but not least, what game uses this loopy board where vans are your player tokens?
Disappointed that you didn't use Chutes and Ladders. Chutes and Ladders is one of my favorite boards. Not board and Candyland. Candyland and Chutes and Ladders both.
Yeah.
But Chutes and Ladders I loved because it was like such a strategy of moving your pieces and hoping that you didn't roll the one you could roll. I'm sorry, it wasn't strategy. I'm completely wrong. Other direction. I loved as a kid the randomness of getting lucky in Chutes and Ladders and rolling enough to get to a ladder that climbed you up like halfway up the map. It was BS, but I loved it.
I hated this game simply because how easy it was to get screwed by a bad roll.
I'm gonna accept the people who wrote the one word.
I already changed them.
It does look like a wannabe Candyland. I agree. So yeah, I had never played this game, and me and Kim were in her basement. I don't even remember if we were married yet. We might have just been dating. We went to her house. She's like, "Let's go downstairs play board games," which for most people would be a euphemism. Me and Kim went downstairs to play board games, and she got this game out, and I remember playing it for the first time. I'm pretty sure I won.
It's her again.
I really, really liked it. Okay, it's her. Yep, so time's out. I was waiting on the last answer to come in. Real quick, by the way, Battletoads, since you're in here and paying attention, on those last questions, they're a wager, and you do have the ability to add points at the end to get more points or get points subtracted. So you got it right, but got 0 points. So yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Think of it like a double Jeopardy. If you wager 7 and get it wrong, you lose 7 points. If you wager correctly and get it, or if you wager it and get it right, you get 7 points. But 7 is the maximum. Yeah,
they were registering for something. No, you were good. I was just making sure. We don't care about how long you take to answer. That's fine. Yeah. I just want to make sure if you wanted to wager your points, you got a chance to get more points because you keep getting it right.
I will let you know there is a round coming up. It is a 50-50 round that is time dependent, and we will have a punishment if you all get it in the correct amount of time. So you want to be on point for that one.
Did you just say we'd have a punishment? Yes. I didn't agree to whips tonight, Douglas. Ooh. I almost went and picked up one of the Smirnoff ones. Anyway, everyone got that right except for Wannabe Candyland, which I agree with. That's the game of life. Good job. Scoreboard, or are we pushing it through to halftime? Pushing it through to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Animal Kingdom. Which of these is not an animal that is a member of the Chinese zodiac? So, my mother left home when she was 14, went to the town where my dad was living at the time, and started working at a Chinese restaurant. Best Chinese restaurant in Avery County, North Carolina. Beams is closed. We were all sad. R.I.P. Beams. Anyway, Mom worked there, and what I remember is going there constantly as a kid because she quit working there, but it was like the Chinese restaurant to go to. Everybody loved this place. It had like the architecture. Mama Ying ran it, and Mama Ying was like second generation off the boat.
Wow.
Or maybe even first generation off the boat. Tazzy! What's up, my dude? I haven't seen him in a week. Oh, God, you're wet, you nasty dog. But anyway, so they ran the restaurant, and her son cooked. So they they had the little placemats that had all the animals on them, and I always remember as a kid, like I was a snake. You know how much I hate snakes. I'm a snake on the Chinese calendar, and we always made the joke because I'm pretty sure my mom's a horse, and the snakes and the horses don't get along. So it was always a running joke with the family, like who was what animal, and I just remember that being a huge thing in my family. I'm sorry, tirade about Chinese restaurant calendars over. There's no elephant on there.
No.
There is a cock, a rabbit, and a monkey. I'm pretty sure that's what they called it on the traditional one.
Yeah, I'm a horse on that one.
Ooh, yeah, it's because you're 92, right?
90.
So I came to see Dad. 90. Wait, yeah, Kim's 92. Sorry, I get my wife's confused sometimes.
Yeah. No, I had a buddy in high school who did one of those, like his senior year. He only took 2 classes to graduate because that's all he needed. Went and worked at a Chinese restaurant where he actually, like, the owners were like brand new to America. The kids essentially ran the store.
Yeah.
And he learned Mandarin working there. And
really?
Yeah. No, like we went to it. This was years later, like probably like in my second year of grad school or something like that. I came home, and he's like, "Oh, well, why don't we go back to like the restaurant I used to work at?" And I was like, "I mean, all right, sure, whatever." Like I knowing that he used to work at like a Chinese restaurant that was like at the time a hole in the wall, and they bought a better building. They had like so we go in there, and he starts speaking Mandarin to like the hostess, starts speaking Mandarin to the waitress, starts speaking Mandarin to the owners, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what happened since the 6 years I've been gone? This is not okay. Because he, like, love the man to death, is the dumbest dude you've ever met. Like,
don't you love that though? When people have that like thing.
Like, let me put this in perspective. Like, we were in chemistry class. Our teacher legitimately said, "Do not put this." Like, so we were doing something with a Bunsen burner, and she's like, "Whatever you do, this thing that you're mixing on the side that we're going to pour our mixture into, do not get it near the flame." What's the first thing this dude did?
Near flame.
What? Boom.
Yep.
Like, right. Thankfully, it was just like sparks and like smoked. But she's like, "You gotta be kidding me!" And but somehow the dude learned Mandarin.
Learns Mandarin. That's so impressive.
Yeah.
All right.
When cooked, which animal becomes fugu, a delicacy in Japan?
Doug. If I say fugu at you, what's the first thing comes to your mind?
I think Fubu, the
streaming service, Fubi.
No, the clothing brand from back in the day.
Oh Lord! So when I hear fugu, all I think of is Hitman. Because in Hitman, the video game, I watched a lot of Achievement Hunter. You can use this fish
as a killing.
Hey, Taz. As a killing weapon because you can prepare it incorrectly.
Yep.
That's all I think of is Hitman.
Which
it's still Kim. She's still busy.
Like,
go ahead.
It bothers the hell out of me. So like I love sushi. I really do.
Yeah, it's good.
And I will see that on the list, knowing that the cooks are like Japanese trained like sushi chefs. And I'm still like, nope, I'm not messing with that. Nope.
Don't trust it.
Like everyone else at the table will order it, and I'm like, you guys are brave as hell. I don't care.
Y'all do you.
I don't care if a Tibetan monk who has trained for 90 years in the art of preparing fugu is serving me. Like one tiny little nick and you're screwed. But
that's it.
Anyway, fugu is puffer fish.
I agree.
No. Yes. Nope. No.
Nope.
Of
course, the Simpsons did.
Like
exactly.
Yeah, you and I. Yeah.
On the same brainwave. I love it.
You could tell me there's a 0.0001% chance you get poisoned and still, which I have to point out that I am notorious for leaving pizza in a fridge for 2 weeks and eating it. So
you're worried about some professional preparing fugu and you eat like diseased pizza?
Yep.
Damn it, man.
Allie, for the longest time, when she would come over, she would open the little mini fridge I had downstairs. She's like, hey, how long has this insert food here been here? I'm like, I don't know. When was the last time we ordered that food? Like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, that's about right. When was the last time you ate it? Yesterday.
Has just slobbered everywhere. That's the first time I've ever seen him do that. I almost said acupuncture. Apiculture relates to the raising of which animal? Unagi. Exactly. Chase got it. I was about to say that. So,
I will
nigiri
not eat unagi. I will not.
Are you serious? The eel? Dude.
No. Oh, sorry. No, hold on.
Unagi is delicious.
No, what's the uncooked fish that's just like on top of the rice roll? It's
Well, generally that's nigiri.
Nigiri.
The salmon. So I enjoy nigiri. It's pretty good as long as it's thinly sliced. Nigiri is delicious. Unagi is amazing because it's cooked eel on top of the rice roll with that special with a special like type of teriyaki sauce. I think it might have fish sauce in it. I'm not sure. It is divine. My mom refuses to eat it because eels are only sea snakes, as she puts it. But dude, I love unagi.
Okay, so unagi I do like. Whether it's in a roll or whatever.
You're talking about nigiri.
Nigiri, I don't know what it is, but I do not like nigiri at all.
I ate a lot of nigiri at Tech, but the place that fixes it at Tech did too big of pieces. Like you get a piece of salmon like that big on a rice roll.
Are you talking about was it Fat?
No. There was a place beside Souvlaki that did fresh sushi, because mine and Kim's friends.
Oh wait, over where Greens is?
Yeah, Green. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Something with a green makes sense to me.
Well, because there was the vegetarian restaurant right next to Souvlaki across the street. Well, not across the street, but like there's that little like side street or whatever that.
Yeah, Green's Grill. Green's Grill and Sushi Bar is right at Tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't trust them because they served only a vegetarian breakfast, and I don't trust that.
You talking about Gillies, my dude?
Gillies.
You talking about Gillies?
My bad.
So Greens is right beside Gillies and Happy Walk.
You're right. Yeah, and because it's Souvlaki, Greens, Gillies, Happy Walk.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
But they anyway, apiculture is bees. It's beekeeping, I assume. Good for you, Doug. Right. Question 20.
Which animal has the longest tongue in relation to its body length?
I'm glad you made this a multiple choice, because if someone had wrote Lickitung, I would have accepted it. So, compared to its body length, I assume is the key in this question.
Yep.
Because they all have long tongues.
Yep.
Fair. Most of the answers that people are going with is what I would have put. Good lord.
All right.
I failed miserably there.
We're
good?
Yep.
It's just Kim. She is out. The correct answer here is wait a minute. This is Doug's. I stopped myself.
Chameleon. It's the chameleon.
Yeah.
Also, the hummingbird freaks me the hell out because
hummingbirds are so cool to watch.
You wraps around its brain.
Oh, when it goes in?
Yeah. Like when it comes back into the body, it like wraps around, which is what what cushions it when it's like banging its wood is its tongue is holding its brain in place so it doesn't like get rattled. Ugh,
although I don't remember hummingbirds banging against wood. Sure you're not talking about a woodpecker?
Hey Chase, if you want to spend money on the counter, why don't you sub to our channel? Just saying.
Thanks money on counter gift for I love my boy there. All right, what is the deadliest animal in the world? Wait, seriously? I'm sorry, Doug.
I didn't write this one. I think this is Ryan's.
I mean, I get why it is, but I agree with Bunghole with the scabbed wings.
I feel like this is
human. Big facts.
I feel like this is secondary though. Like
it is. See, that was my thought. That was my thought when I saw the correct answer here. Was that to me? It's the fact. I guess it's the fact that mosquitoes can carry. No, I know. I got it already. That mosquitoes can carry disease,
and the disease kills you.
I guess that's got to be it.
You go. The human is the deadliest animal.
You go. See, That's what I was screaming about at the beginning. You go ahead it right.
We kill people on average like all the fucking time, but like it's like crocodiles with the
Remember that time that you said this was our Disney PG stream?
Yeah, I know, right? This is a PG Disney, um, from back in the 90s.
Back in the day.
But like crocodiles do the death spin, which is kills you. Sharks bite limbs off, which kills you.
And you bleed to death, yeah.
Right. Snakes bite you and leave the venom in there, which kills you. Like it's a direct one-to-one.
Venom. Correct. Or you get squeezed to death by a python or anaconda.
That's
I hate
true.
snakes.
But mosquitoes can bite someone else, get a disease, come back, bite you, which essentially like feels like someone else killed you by proxy.
Doug, I think we have the premise for Ocean's 18.
There we go. Yeah. That
We're
works.
gonna murder We're gonna murder someone with a mosquito.
but when you killed the first mosquito, we actually replaced it with a golden mosquito. We gave to you as a gift that you threw away, which was actually a bomb that blew up and released another mosquito.
Oh dear God! All Ocean's movies are M. Night Shyamalan's wet
They're
dreams.
so confusing.
Plot twist!
Yeah.
All right, talk to me about shrimps.
All right. Where is the heart of a shrimp located in its body?
All right, I don't know why he felt the need to clarify this, but if it weren't in its body, it wouldn't be in a part of its body.
Maybe it's on like a little string that they like pulls along.
I know, it's along, like those little antenna. That's where their heart is.
Come on, little buddy. I need you to live. Let's go.
What was I going to tell you? Oh, my Blue Yeti just arrived. My mom brought it. Because I had it shipped to their house since we were going to be on the cruise.
All right.
So I'm excited to hook that up. All six in. What do we got?
Answer's the head.
Nice.
Almost all of the major organs are in the head of shrimp.
Shrimps are weird.
Yep.
And delicious. What percentage of DNA does a chimpanzee share with humans? I feel directly attacked in my Republican roots. I'm leaving this trivia company. I love the sideways smirk. Doug is doing... You can tell. Y'all know. Y'all know that look Doug gets when he turns to second screen to answer something or do something. But did you see the smirk? The smirk was quality.
Do you know how much DNA humans share with bananas?
Oh, please. Yes, isn't it some insane amount?
50%.
Yeah, I knew it was some stupid amount. All right, 6 and 7 in. We are missing Kim. She is busy entertaining my parents. We share 98% with chimpanzees. No big surprise.
Can you tell me what shares a closer DNA relationship with us? What monkey? What type of
gorilla?
Nope.
Oh, really?
Bonobos.
Bonobos. I don't even know that I know what that is.
We are direct descendants of bonobos, which is like our common ancestor if you go back.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Oh yeah, because they're the ones who have like the muscly arms.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
there are
that's
only
fair.
2 mammals that are known to lay eggs. Can you name me one of them? This is a wager round, so you have up to 7 points to wager with. Give me the one of the 2 mammals. If you put both of them in your answer,
bonus points.
We will give you a couple bonus points.
I think how I did it on my question for tonight was you got 3 bonus points for doubling up. You didn't finish reading it before Battletoads submitted. So Battletoads, hold on. You can hold on to that second one. And if everybody gets their answers in, I see 3 submitted, even though my things tell me 2. We'll let you put it in chat. And if you get it, we'll give you your bonus 3 points on top.
So yeah, don't answer just yet, but
yeah, just hold tight. If you can dodge a wrench, baby.
I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to Scrappy and Tiny too. Not.
Wait, so shouldn't you give it to Bunghole with Scabbed Wings then, if that's the other one?
I did.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't see your screen, Douglas. What do you want from me?
I'm only missing. Hold on. I'm gonna exit out and come
just
back.
Kim. Yeah, I know. So mine says 5 of 7, but missing Kim. So I wonder if.
Oh no, Antichrist Bunghole Star put a wrong answer, but yeah.
Okay, so we have
All right, so
607 in.
we're going to open this now. For those of you who answered one answer, if you can give us the other answer, the one
In chat now.
in chat, Twitch chat, we will give you bonus points. So
Which Hugo's been waiting on. Oh, he comes out with
he's
that.
right. No, he's
That
right.
is it, isn't it?
No,
that is it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right, so I'll give him 3.
Spiny anteaters. Ooh, PS4 with the spiny anteater answer as well. You going with the first one to do it? Because that was pretty quick. Ooh, like Sonic. All right, if you're going with the first answer, that's it. You got the bonus 3 points in. You've done it. We're good? Are you good? You good? Did you do it?
Hold on.
I've already got it if you need me to. I'm holding, though. I will not hit save until you tell me to.
Yep. There's only the one. There's 4 that do it. Correction. There are 2 that do it. There are 3 subspecies of 1 that do the other. So, Battletoads is correct.
All right, so I can give them their bonus points. Yes.
Yep. All right.
Even though PS4 gamer. Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep.
So PS4 gamer definitely did have it correct. The spiny anteater is the echidna's other name, but just not in time.
Yep.
The time.
The echidna is the other one. So it is the platypus first. And then there are 3 subspecies of echidna. Well, echidna and its subspecies that also do that.
Which are types of anteaters. So.
Yeah. So if you ever want to think about Knuckles the echidna sitting on an egg, you're welcome. All right.
Why'd you do that to me? It's already up, dog.
Bunghole with scab wings for 9.227. Battletoads making a massive comeback. 44.77.
First round.
Scrappy and Tiny 43.2. Antichrist 43.2. Mama Bunghole 41.4. If you can dodge a wrench 38.5 and 31. Hell,
that's a good game.
Yeah. So we've been saying all night that you guys can play this new game with us.
Ooh, we did that.
Join our Discord. But you also need the link to our Discord. So
I got it. There you go.
If you want to join us later, or if you want to join our Discord, if you want to get your prize tonight, if you win tonight, you need to join our Discord. The game we are playing tonight is called Gensmak. It is a unreleased game that we will be playing later today, later tonight. It is a trivia game based on generations. So you will join a team, say what generation you are a part of, and that will actually influence what kind of points you can get. It's going to be a lot of fun. I played it for all of like 15 minutes with the creators, and it was a great time. You do need a microphone. You do need a camera. If you want, well, actually, you don't need a microphone or a camera to play.
If you want, yeah.
But if you want to be able to discuss with your teammates what questions to pick, what generations to pick, you do need a microphone. If you want to be able to win a tabletop version of it, you do need to get on camera with us. So I know some of you are like, oh, I don't like my face being shown. Don't give a shit. Like, just get on. It's fine.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you don't want your face shown, that's cool. You just don't get a chance to win the game. You can still come play the game. You can still follow the link that we have linked there. The bit.ly link will take you to their website. You can sign up, and you'll get a digital copy of the game just like we played tonight. So
yep. Well,
you'll pay for it, obviously. But
sometimes we just jump on our Discord to play games and stuff too. So if you want to join us at times like that, we'll figure that out as well.
All right, beautiful. You can handle car makers while I tell my parents hello?
No, but I'll do it anyway.
All right, you do that. I'm going to go say hi, and while we do that, I'm going to turn. I was going to do this anyway at some point tonight, and you all can just gaze at the Christmas tree.
This is a Jewish household, sir. I feel offended.
And it's a blue tree, so suck it.
We have a Christmas bush that's like 3 feet tall. or sorry, it's a Hanukkah bush, 3 feet tall with blue and white lights. But so for the next round, let's get into cars. I'm gonna give you a car maker. For those of you who don't understand the difference, car maker would be like Ford, Hyundai, Toyota, Chevrolet, blah blah blah. A make of a car is what the name is. So for like Ford, their mini sedan is an Edge. For Hyundai, their mini is, or hold on, yeah, their mini is, I can't remember. But so we're gonna give you a maker. You're gonna give us the model they did not make. So there are 4 answers. 3 of them are correct. You're gonna give us the one that is incorrect. So which of these cars did Ford not make? Is our first question. Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird is we're not talking about the year 2100, but which car did the Ford company not make? Obviously known for the Mustang, but which of these cars did Ford not make? The Ranchero, the Cougar, the Fiesta, or the Falcon? Thunder Cougar Falcon Bird, unfortunately, is not on there, but that is a make according to Futurama. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, the answer is Cougar. The Cougar is not a Ford car. The next is the Chevrolet, or Chevy. Which of these did Chevy not make? Also, if you guys don't get this right, like, the correct answer is so... Thank you. Yes, it's the Mercury Cougar, which was later Nissan, or Nissan. Well, correction. It was Nissan when it was Japanese, or Korean, I forget. Mercury was bought out by them, and then America bastardized the name and called it Nissan. Which of these did Chevy not make? Also, the car in the picture is a Chevy Impala, which is my dream car. I want to rebuild a 67 Chevy Impala because that thing is... oof. So the answer is Firebird. The Chevy did not make Firebird. That would be Pontiac that made Firebird. Pontiac had Firebird, it had the Bonneville, it had the Trans Am. Which of these did Honda not make? My parents should never have bought me. My first car was a Pontiac Bonneville. My parents should have never bought me that. It was a V8 4-door sedan that just tore through everybody. I got in a street race with someone who their parents had bought this nice, clean, new Mustang. I burned that fucker off the start line because it only had a V6 engine, and I was like, yeah, you're not doing shit against me, sorry. I should have never been given a V8 car to start. That was a bad idea.
Nah, dude. One of the first cars I drove was a Ford F100 with a V8 from a Mustang dropped in it.
Ooh. Wait, did you?
It was great.
Did you ever ride in my Bonneville?
I think I know of your Bonneville, but I don't know that I ever rode in it.
Yeah. It was a luxurious car. It was a boat. Don't get me wrong. It couldn't turn for shit, but that V8 engine made it. But the answer, Honda did not make the Rogue.
Yeah, it's a Nissan.
A Nissan.
Nissan. And also, Yuko asked for Japanese cars, and I'm pretty sure I provided.
Yep.
All right. We are to my favorite Australian brand. It's Subaru. I mean, which one of these isn't a Subaru?
Wait, don't you mean Butch
I've
Lesbian?
All right, dog, look. My mom has owned... Oh, you drive a Datsun. Daihatsu. That's right. I can pronounce that. I watched Top Gear.
Datsun.
So...
My grandpa actually had a Datsun truck for a while.
No. Daihatsu, dude. Daihatsu.
No. Datsun was on the back of that truck.
No, I'm talking about what he linked in chat,
Yeah.
or she. I keep
that
saying he. The
wait,
Hatsu.
Yuko, male or female,
Or
or other.
neither. Yeah,
Like,
others is completely acceptable.
we keep referring to you, and I don't
Masculine
referring.
terms when I shouldn't.
We don't want to.
Unnecessarily, I guess, is the correct way to say. So Dotson, hilarious. Okay, so I can say, is he, him good,
He.
I assume? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I've had a Subaru in my family my whole life. My mom done a Legacy as long as I can remember. Kim now drives a Crosstrek. But yeah, no. I know the stereotype of the Forester. It's why it's not on here, Douglas. Because I knew you'd make funsies.
So I don't know if you ever met Nate, but my roommate sophomore.
Yes.
Yeah. His girlfriend sophomore year drove a Forester, and I made the joke once, and
no.
I'd known her since high school.
Okay.
And I was like, haha, you must be like a really butch lesbian, which not at all. She was a like gorgeous woman. Like honestly, I was really jealous of my roommate dating her because damn.
Gotcha.
Come to find out, about a boyfriend and a half later, she's actually gay and dating someone who was hotter than her that I did not think was possible. And I was like, wait. So I messaged her and I was like, hey, how you been? Blah, blah, blah. Everything all right? And she was like, yes. We're getting married in like 2 or 3 months. And I was like, oh, that's great. Went back and forth, and she's like, you're dancing around something. I'm like, I really want to know who's the butch in the relationship, because you're both really fucking gorgeous. And she's like, honestly, I am. And I was like, I knew it. You had the Forester. And she responded with, I only got the Forester because my mom gave it to me. Come to find out, her mom left her dad because she was a lesbian too. And I was like, that's too stereotypical. You need to stop that.
All right, since Ben's done this the whole time, Ben, tell me what the Encore is. I thought that was a little more difficult, not because of not knowing what the Subaru is, but can you really tell me what an Encore is? Because this car company is so out of date. Anyway.
The next one is Dodge, and that's in the picture is a Dodge Viper, which is what I drive in what's the racing game we play together?
Stop. The Crew 2.
The Crew. I drive like no, my street car is a Dodge Viper with a wing like that on the back. But it also has the 90s that cup pattern. I forget what it's called. It has like the purple lightning and
Yeah. I think the last time I was on there I had a Nissan GTR. I love the GTR, man. It's just such a nice car. Or I guess it depends on what version you want to call it, because isn't the GTR just a Skyline? And no, the Encore is a Buick. Those stupid Buick commercials. Get into a Buick Encore.
We're missing Mom Bunghole and E.
Well, we're not getting any more E's, so we're just waiting on Mom Bunghole. E's is downstairs with my parents for the rest of the night, I believe.
Fair.
Yeah, I know. Which Mama Bunghole has to be at rehearsal in 30-ish minutes. Rehearsal, play, chorus, choir. I got back there. I remember stuff. I don't forget easily. The correct answer
is Bronco.
That's right. The same car that was chased by the police in the famous O.J. Simpson case. It was a Ford. Next.
The new Broncos look like Land Rovers.
Ben, did you literally just write Chevrolet Bronco? Get out of my good Christian American server.
Get the hell out. As a liberal,
Chevrolet.
I'm a liberal and offended by that.
Chevrolet was a trailblazer, my dude. The Trailblazer, and that's what we had at the beach. Chevrolet Bronco. Is it you? Did I read that? No,
it's you.
What about Toyota? I really had fun with this question. Rule 1. Hey, we've clarified many times. Don't be a dick applies to you being a dick to each other.
No, you can be a dick to us, and we can be a dick to you.
You can be a dick to us, and we will be dick to you. That's literally why I said earlier you can dodge a wrench, but you can't dodge having 4 points at the beginning of the game.
Oof.
I'm so good. I got something. I've had like just a cough ever since I was sick that just won't go away. It's not bad or terrible, but just consistent. A little bit of a cough.
Mama bunghole.
Who has to attend choir in a half an hour? And
I mean,
Kimbo.
she might already be. Camry. Why Americans say Camry? Because we decided to bastardize every foreign language you've ever heard to make it. Americans bastardize English to make
That's
it.
true.
American.
I was about to say. I
Like-
don't know if you have listened to me talk for most of the night, but there are words that I say that aren't how words are supposed to be pronounced. It just happens that way sometimes. Our dialects. I mean, the fact of the matter is, and I will say this, and Doug can weigh in on it. There are 50 states that basically could be countries, right? If you acknowledge the revolution, which I've been listening to a podcast about, most states could be a country. Or they could blend into a combination of countries.
Yeah, I would say a blend. Like the Midwest. So when I say the Midwest, I say like Illinois to Pennsylvania could probably be like one country. Virginia.
So when you break it up, right?
Virginia to like South Carolina could be a country.
Yeah, but then you got like Kentucky and West Virginia that are kind of a part of that. Tennessee kind of blends with that, but is also different. I mean, so you could break the United States up into probably let's call it an even 10 or 15 countries. So imagine all of the dialects that happen inside of a country.
Yes,
and then you take all of those dialects and throw it out across a whole nation, and we just come up with a way to make every word different. Besides English just being a weird language in itself, like English is strange.
And then we have people who add random letters to, like, people who say both.
Hey.
I heard you coming up, and that's why I said it. Like, B-O-T-H is pronounced both, not both. Or people who say huge instead of huge. It's pronounced, it's spelled H-U-G-E, not Y-U-G-E.
Doug, I say tar.
You lucky you have rednecks.
I'm lucky. I am a redneck. In fact, my high school T-shirt that we had when I was a kid was our school was Vikings, and it said "Vikings by birth, redneck by the grace of God." Those were our high school shirts.
That's fair. What's the answer?
Toyota makes the Land Cruiser. Land Rover makes the Land Rover.
See, okay, I guarantee. Yeah, we have rednecks, but rednecks exist in every country. Prove me wrong. Like even in Japan, you have rednecks that might not be good old country boys who have raised trucks and eat barbecue, but you have rednecks in Japan too. Just they're of a different.
I feel personally attacked by that comment. We also like mac and cheese and Mountain Dew and beer. Thank you,
dude. Mac and cheese, Mountain Dew. I have this weird. It is the Gunma Prefecture.
I'm glad you got that. I was about to do some research.
You're not wrong. So like,
it's got hot springs and ski resorts there. That's what they have in my hometown.
It's like deep state Colorado. Honestly,
that makes sense.
The Gunma Prefecture is deep state Colorado.
I love it.
Yeah, it's all skiing and rednecks. But like I exist in this weird like middle ground where like, so I grew up in the military, so we moved every year to 3 years. So I never picked up a like what's the word? I never picked up like a drawl. I never picked up a culture. I just kind of like blended where I could go. I was essentially a
chameleon.
I was a ditto. I could find someone and just like copy them.
Yeah.
And so like I love so much of the South, but also love so much of the North. And so Thanksgiving at my house is this weird blend. at my house. At my parents' house, we go down to Alabama and we have whatever. But like,
Well, you have turkey and cranberry sauce and stuffing and probably green bean casserole.
oh hell yeah, dude! You can't have Thanksgiving dinner without green casserole, and fight me otherwise.
And the South, in my opinion, I think the South generally embodies macaroni for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. But I bring macaroni to everything. My parents and my grandpa found out they make macaroni salad. And what I used to tell my grandpa before he passed was that all macaroni salad was good ruined mac and cheese. So he would always make me mac and cheese. So I mean, we had it for like everything.
But like, so my dad's family is from Chicago, but like
Which
they
blows
were,
my mind because you and Marvin and Ryan have that whole Chicago connection, and the furthest north I've ever been was to go to Lynn's wedding and then come back from Detroit.
And the weirdest thing is, I could probably identify more with you than I could with my Chicago family. So like, I picked up the highlights of Chicago culture. So
but I believe Virginia's like your home base at this point, and Virginia's
essentially,
I guess Nova, but I mean Blacksburg. I don't know.
So like my main influences in college were Lynn, who is the most southern
man from Nova that I've ever met in my life.
I don't know how to like I
love Lynn.
I cannot categorize him. He is a platypus. Lynn is a platypus.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, next one, BMW. Which of these is
hey,
not
guess
a
what?
BMW?
BMW likes numbers and letters.
Yep. They are the Germans. They like to be in order. If you go up, if you add the letter or the number, it changes the quality.
They are not only concerned about quality, but it is simplistic. You do not need giant name. It does not need to be named. It is car. Car's sole purpose is be car.
Why you call it the Rogue? Does it steal stuff? No. It just it does this thing you want, and that's all it is.
It's car. All right.
Is it sports car? You say S. Is it family car? You say F. If it is, all right. Thanks.
It's so true though.
Yeah.
All right. What you got? Tell me about this BMW.
The XF is not a BMW. That is actually a Jaguar. That is their sport model. Is the F model. The XF is the highest tier of their sport model car.
Guess what?
But
I get to bring it home with curveball time.
I'm so
Ladies and gentlemen, it's curveball time. I'm going to give you the car brand. I need you to look at all these names. 3 of them have come to you from IKEA. 1 of them has come to you from Koenigsegg. Tell me, which of these is the Koenigsegg, and leave out the 3 IKEA things.
Pissed. I gave you this idea, and I didn't get to read it.
I wrote all these questions. I got to the curveball, and I'm like, I'm going to do it where you have to, like, pick the car out of stuff, and Doug's like, do Koenigsegg. And I'm like, why? And he's like, dude, it's Swedish. All right, I just like to say, I wished I had put this in the notes. I should have done this for Doug. But in the notes here, it should say, the 3 other things are like a blanket, a kitchen sink, and I'm pretty sure like a computer gaming desk, if I remember right. And when we get done, I think I remember. So we'll break it down. Actually, one of our rounds later today, the one that I sent you today, I wished I'd sent you notes for it as well.
So Thorgun is actually a secret oven of the Swedish. What they do is they paratroop drop in a bunch of really polite people and convert your town to people who really want socialized healthcare.
All right, so that is 7 of 8. I'm finishing up now. The correct answer here is the Ajira. The Ajira is Agera, cool. I don't know, words. Remember this whole dialect thing? We already talked about this. A Havson is a kitchen sink. It's a 25-inch by 19-inch kitchen sink. The Thorgun is literally a throw blanket. It's a 6 by 5 foot throw blanket with a cool little beveled end on it. And then the Upsal is it's a gaming desk with a square cabinet that goes above it. The Upsal is the cabinet that goes above the gaming desk.
Thorgun sounds like it should be in Norse mythology of like Thor dropped into the modern times and just picked up a Glock and it was like, fuck this.
Thor
Thor
gun.
gun.
All right.
All right.
Roll it.
Let's just actually. Oh, okay. Let's
It's
actually
50-50.
give. Yeah. So here's scores so far. 76 in first place. 76.9. Bunghole with the scabbed wings. Antichrist Bunghole 71. If you can dodge around 65.
What a comeback.
Battle Toes 56. Mama Bunghole 53. Scrapping Tiny 53.1. And E 31.2, and Ask My Balls. Oh, Ask My Balls showed up at 4.8. So our next round. Our next round is our 50-50. Here's how this works.
Yes. Thor gun ended Thanos in the multiverse. Ah! That's what they actually had to build. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's how 50-50 works. We have 8 questions. We're going to give you 2 minutes and 30 seconds as a group. We're not going to count E at this point because we already know.
Yep, she's out. You know what's going on.
You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to start a timer. If you can answer all of the questions, all 8 questions in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you subject us to a punishment, which is chugging, for me, a Mike's Hard Black Cherry Lemonade. That's gonna hurt like shit. But
I've got a can that I should probably shotgun, but I'm gonna take my sweet time.
No, not 20.
There's adults in the building.
So
they beat the timer. We beat the timer last week at the last second. How long did you and Ben give?
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
And they beat it.
Yeah. So
because I was lagging the whole time.
Oh no! So the time before that was 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And they beat it by 40 seconds. So 2:30 seems to be the sweet spot.
Okay. So I like it.
Do you want to start this or we're just gonna go? So how this is gonna work is we're gonna ask the first question. I will not start the timer until the last word is said on the second read through. So this question is gonna be read twice. The second time it's read through is when we hit ask question, and that's when I hit timer. If you can finish all 8 questions in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, we get punished.
Correct. All right, so how we do that, it's a 50-50 round. There is real and not real. I don't know if you all know, but there's a thing called the Mandela effect. Your mind can screw with you and make you remember something in a distorted way. For this round, you tell us if what we stated is actually a thing or not. So did this really happen or did it not? First up is a movie from the 1990s starring Sinbad called Shazam. Again, first question in the Mandela effect category. A 1990 movie starring Sinbad called Shazam. What's up, Almighty Mod? Let's go.
What's going on? Also, everyone yell out congratulations to Ryan, a studio Almighty Mod, for having his second kid. Beautiful baby girl.
Baby girl. I have 5 of 8.
Yep.
I await Ask My Balls and Mama. I think we probably got to, ditch Mama after this round. But I'm waiting on Ask My Balls. I still got 6 of 8.
Probably Ask My Balls too. We got.
Oh, they're gonna lose it this time. It's done. Yep. There's no way. Ask My Balls is in. I'm gonna stop it there and give you guys the benefit of the doubt. Yep. That was not real. It was fake. Go, go, go.
Pikachu has a solid yellow tail. Yes or no?
I'm actually gonna let you watch that, and I'm just gonna go to the next question. That's how I'm gonna make this work better. We're gonna be efficient.
6 Battletoads and E.
6 is good.
So we're good. And question that he does have a solid. Some people think he has a black tip tail.
A Henry VIII painting of him eating a turkey leg. Was it real or not real? Huh. No, whole painting. Interesting. Interesting, Douglas. Who are we waiting on? We are waiting on Antichrist, Bunghole Star, and everybody's in. It wasn't real, but there's a lot of cartoon panels about it.
The phrase from Snow White, mirror, mirror on the wall. Is that real or not real? You have 58 seconds left.
Ooh, it's going to be tight. What do we got to get to 40. You're on 36.
That's everyone.
Ooh.
That's not real. It's magic mirror on the wall.
All right, the Berenstein Bears. This one always throws me. The Nelson Mandela facts. I'm sorry, Chase. I feel so bad. That's 6 of 8. They're done. That's not real. Either that or I just cut somebody out. But anyway.
Berenstain Bears. Mickey Mouse does not have suspenders. Does not have suspenders. Not.
Yeah, I don't see Mama
Not being the
Bunghole.
keyword.
So I brushed that a little, but it's all good.
You have 25 seconds. Wow, that went really slow.
How many they got in?
We're good. Go.
The line from Star Wars, Luke, I am your father. Was that other one real or not real, by the way?
It was not. Hold on. We'll get back to it. It's fine. It's whatever.
That's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm at 5 of 8. I'm waiting on Ask My Balls. I
10
think the timer
seconds.
might get him this time. Up, they're done. That's not real. It is No, I Am Your Father. Next. Bring it home.
The name of the famous hot dog brand is Oscar Mayer.
Ooh.
Mayer.
I'm giving them a bonus 10 seconds for your stupid hiccups.
Sorry, that's me.
That's me. Done.
Done.
What we got on timer?
We are 4 seconds.
Left.
Yeah.
They beat it still, even with
Yeah.
your dumb hiccups?
Yep.
I just wanted to say your dumb hiccups again. I'm not going to lie.
Okay. 230 seems to be like even so we were playing with like I think 6 teams last week. 1 out, like it's still. But so I'm going to go back through this cuz we went really quick. I'm going to go
Hit the highlights.
So Mandela effect. So 1990 movie starring Sinbad called Shazam was not real. There was a movie called Kazam. It starred
Which had Shaq in it.
as a genie.
Which was a great movie. He made a giant crunch candy bar.
Yep.
One of my favorite scenes, and I don't even like chocolate.
Yep.
Sinbad has came out and even stated that this movie didn't exist and said he would be willing to make a version. But I can see Sinbad. This is the one that gets me when I do the Mandela effect. I can see Sinbad in the genie costume. I remember Kazam completely. I loved Kazam. But I can see Sinbad as a genie, and I don't know why.
So there was a TV series called Shazam that was actually about Shazam, the DC character. But it was very low budget kind of thing.
Right.
Pikachu having a solid yellow tail. People think that, so the Mandela effect there is that people think that Pikachu's tail at the very end of it is a little black like line or a little black bar. But
it isn't there.
Nope. It is a solid yellow tail.
That throws me for a loop too. I'm not gonna lie.
Henry VIII painting of him eating a turkey leg. That's a big, for some reason, thought. There's no paintings of him doing that. There's plenty of comic panels that show that.
That's the first one that I had, wouldn't associate. Like I picture Henry VIII in his bulky costume just standing there looking.
Oh, so
painted.
that's the one that you're thinking of. Those that his bulkiness with the fat is him eating a turkey leg.
I don't see the turkey leg in my head.
That's not actually so. The painting people are thinking of is him holding a sword by his head. He doesn't have a full extended arm. He has it's by the hilt's by his head, and people think it's a turkey leg, not a sword.
Interesting.
So the Snow White phrase "mirror, mirror on the wall" is wrong. It's magic mirror on the wall. The Bernstein Bears is incorrect. It's the Bernstein Bears, which blew my mind because I've always known them as the Bernstein Bears.
Again, that's another one that gets me because I agree.
People thought that Mickey Mouse had suspenders, and where it comes from is on his little pants that come up to his above his belly button has 2 yellow dots that are supposed to be buttons. People think that suspenders connect to it. They don't. Luke, I am your father has been perpetuated by almost every single.
Heard it my whole
Yeah,
life
no, but
as a child.
it's Obi-Wan never told you about told you about your father. He told me you killed him. No, I am your
I am
father.
your father.
It's not Luke. I
Yep.
am your father. And the Oscar Myers, my baloney has a first name. It's Oscar.
Oscar. My
My baloney
baloney
has
has
a
a second
second
name.
name. It's May.
It's Mayyer.
People will actually
Yep.
sing it Meyer, which doesn't work, but it is Mayer, not Meyer. Well,
We
correction.
were not a big.
It's pronounced Meyer. It's pronounced Oscar Meyer, but it's Mayer, not Meyer.
We were not a big Oscar Mayer fan. We bought whatever cheap bologna we could get, but I learned that song and I know that correctly. I also agree with Chase. You know the Jif peanut butter one, or it's Gif peanut butter
Yeah.
instead of Jif, right?
No.
That one's
it is. Yeah.
well,
No.
JIF is how you do it, but I can definitely see that G in my head, which is also weird. Man,
No,
the Mandela
it's
effect is just crazy.
yeah. It's so there is hundreds of different examples. I went through and picked the ones that I thought were like, oh, if you ever see a painting of Henry VIII, like that makes sense, blah blah blah.
Well, it's called the Mandela effect, though, right? Because Nelson Mandela was supposedly assassinated. Isn't that it?
Yeah. So people thought
Or he
that
was?
no people assumed that Nelson Mandela was the ruler or the dictator at the time when he was put into jail. Not that he was the one put into jail, that he was the one that put someone into jail. And that was the Mandela effect, that he was like, yes, he was this benevolent person, but that he didn't spend that time in jail ahead of time. So they kind of backwards mix it, but why don't you take this next one? I think you also need to do a plug. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. I thought we were going to do our punishments. He's going to the bathroom, so we won't. We'll move on to the next one. It is a shame.
No, we'll do our punishment right after this one.
Gotcha. Gentlemen and ladies of the court, this is your shameless plug for the night. As you all know, we are sponsored by Gensmak, the party trivia game, where you can play through the generations. So, in honor of that, I decided that our final round for the night would be Generation. We're going to take the generations that I remember. I didn't get to play the trivia game like I mentioned. Doug did. But it's based off you getting inside your generation and answering questions outside of it for more points, or in your generation for a certain amount of points, or taking a hint to at least get the question right. You need to collect all of the generation cards as well as a total amount of points to win the game. You'll notice there's links in our chat the whole time to buy a physical copy, or you can click that bit.ly and sign up for the newsletter, which will get you a digital copy December the 20th. We'll be playing that as soon as we finish up this round tonight. We'll shut stream down, pop stream right back up. When it comes back up, join back up. If you want to get a physical copy of the game, I believe for free, all you have to do is come play with us tonight and put yourself on camera playing the game. I believe that it could then be used by the company as a cool little promotional thing, because we're going to be playing the game together, and it'd be neat to have us all here grinning, smiling, and playing the game. But anyway, with all that ranting out of the way, our final category is Generations. I'm going to give you an event in history, and this is not how the game is played. This is just my homage to a generational trivia game. So, for example, Boomers are from 1946 to 64. Generation X is from 1965 to 1980. Millennials are from 1981 to 1996, Doug and myself. And then Generation Z is from 1997 to 2012. You need to tell me, based on the event I give you, what generation was being born during that event. First question, the first Americans to land on the moon. What year did that happen in? And based on what year that happened in, tell me which generation was being born during that time. You're going to need to remember throughout those generations. So remember that Boomers go up to 1964, Generation X goes from 65 to 80, Millennials 81 to 96, and then anything past 97 to 2012 is going to be Gen Z. You might have to go back and check this question a few times to remember, because I doubt Doug gave you your reference the entire time.
You wrote this question. You wrote this round, not me.
Well, I know. I was just saying, I doubt you took the reference thing every time.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to remember the year gaps.
Well, while they're doing this, do you want to do our punishment?
Yeah, we can do that. Give me 1 second though, because I was, well, I just lost the question. I'm so dumb sometimes.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do
Scroll.
real quick. Let me do.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna do now. I was just gonna make sure I looked these up because I did them today, but I want to know the exact year, and I meant to put that in notes for you, but I didn't, because reasons. I am showing 0 of 7. So I see 4 answers out there. What do you see?
1 second. I'm going for. If you see all of them, I'm putting the reference back into all the.
So they don't have to go back and check. That's a good call. I have 4 answers still. Even though I think we ran out of time. Which said Mama and Kim are out, so we lost Battletoads. We're out of time. That's 4 of 7 in. The moon landing happened for the Americans in 1969, which would fall into Generation X. You need me to do the next one? Are you still doing stuff?
1 second.
You're good. Yeah, nice. I agree. Yeah.
Hold on.
All right, so reference is still there. I'm going to go ahead and head on to the next question. So with the reference being there, Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson had a famous wardrobe malfunction at the Super Bowl in what year? Then tell me that generation.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
It's all in there. You were saying? Sorry.
Oh, no, I just read the JT Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction question.
Right. Before that, you were saying something about.
Oh, we just had 4 of 7.
Yeah. All right.
We were missing Mama Bunghole, Kim, and Battletoads. Battletoads, I think, may have dropped out.
I'm missing Battletoads, Mama, and E right now.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's take our punishment real quick.
Concert about to start, hopefully. Yep, sounds good. Sounds good.
Right.
Yep.
Cheers.
To you, Ben, and everyone else here. Good job, teams. Bloop. Oh. I know that's not possible for me. It just isn't a thing. All right, 4 of 7 are in. Most people probably had a pretty good guess at that. Yeah, I do have 5 minutes to finish. Gen Z was the correct answer. This was Super Bowl number XXX was at 38, but it was 2004.
Just as a reminder, I think you guys are getting mixed up. Yes, the millennials watched it and remember it. That's not who was being born.
Born during it.
Right.
So you're trying to pick when the event happened and who was being born at that time.
So there was a commercial like 5 or 6 years ago that was like Super Bowl babies, and it was people came on camera who were like, I was conceived for Super Bowl 1. I was conceived for Super Bowl 5. This is what we're talking about. Like, you were conceived during this time.
This event. During the event that we're talking about.
Right. So, for reference, blah, blah, the fall of the Berlin Wall. Who was being born at that time or being conceived at that time? Once again, we are going to be playing a very fun trivia game after this. Again, if you get, we need you to be on Discord to at least talk, because you have to discuss what questions are being asked, which is questions or what generations you're picking. But if you want your face on it, if you get your face on stream, there's a chance that you will win a hard copy, tabletop copy of the game.
All right, I'm showing our 4 people in.
The answer is
ladies and gentlemen, your hint was me creepily smiling at the camera. Would you like to know when the Berlin Wall fell?
1989.
November of '89. I was born literally a month and like 20 days later.
So Desert Storm is the reason that my mother is not in the military anymore. Because back then, if you got pregnant, you were honorably discharged. My father went and served in Desert Storm. My uncle was actually in, my second cousin was in Operation Black Hawk, if you watch the movie Black Hawk Down, he was in that. Yeah. He was literally the Black Hawk next to the one that got shot down.
Really? Holy cow!
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So like when people are like, oh yeah, Desert Storm is blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh yeah, I was literally born like after when Black Hawk Down happened. I was born right around that time, which is great. Not really, but anyway.
No, not really. But I didn't realize that Black Hawk Down happened in 1993. I knew the movie was from 2001, but for some reason in my head that didn't like register. Sticking with our war theme though, what about when the USA joined the Vietnam War? Key there. I learned when the Vietnam War actually started, but when did the US join? Who was being born when the US joined the Vietnam War?
Korea was the police action, right? Vietnam was actually a war. Korea was a police action.
Korea was still a war because they call it the Korean War.
They call it the Korean War, but they never declared war. I think it's.
I'm checking.
No. Vietnam was a police action, I think. We have never not been.
I assume Vietnam was a police action because we have our four answers in. Vietnam. The U.S. joined the Vietnam during the Boomer era. We joined during 1964, the last year of the Boomers. But the Vietnam War started in 1955. We just intervened to assist Southern Vietnam.
Oh, so
I would assume that could be it.
No, the Korean War was a sponsored police action. A war in all but name under the auspices of the United Nations. Department of State coordinated U.S. strategic decisions with the other 16 countries contributing troops. So, the Korean War was never a war. It was a police action, technically. Vietnam, we actually declared war and got our asses handed to us, but...
The Korean one? I thought the Korean one we did fine in. I thought Vietnam was the one where we failed miserably.
Korea, we pushed them forward, almost took them out. China pushed in, and we stalemated at the 36th parallel. Which is why North and South Korea exist. Vietnam, they won.
Technically. Well, in fairness, and not to be a USA hype boy, we quit. We just got the U.S. people got tired of the war in Vietnam.
Can you tell me what?
Come on.
Can you tell me what the capital of Saigon? Or sorry, can you tell me what the capital of Vietnam is currently?
Currently?
Currently.
I assume it's Seoul.
No.
Well, it's not Saigon, surely.
No. It was.
I mean, dude, I don't know. Those are like the only two.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, no, that's North Korea. Because the capital of South Korea is Seoul.
If
you look up Vietnam, yeah. I'm with you.
Vietnam. The city surrounds the Saigon River, is the Ho Chi Minh City, which was lost in the retreat, which is now called Ho Chi Minh City, which used to be called Saigon.
In fairness, if you look up capital of Vietnam, it says Hanoi. The city is situated in northern Vietnam on the western bank of the Red River.
Yeah.
According to the internet. But no, I mean, the thing is that the Vietnamese fought a war much like the Americans did in the Revolution. Craftily, excellently hidden, and using every advantage they could. Vietnamese fought the northern Vietnamese fought an excellent war in Vietnam, and the Americans just kind of Well, then again, I feel like many American
Oh.
troops. I think one of my uncles or
So
something served in the Vietnam War.
ne-
It's just a weird war, man.
ne- ne-
Vietnam's just weird.
next up, what about the Oklahoma City bombing? Who was born during that time?
I think when I got to this question, I realized I was putting a lot of negative things, so I tried to like lighten up the last three questions. Because I was like, Vietnam War, follow the Berlin Wall, which is actually a good thing, I guess. And then the Oklahoma City bombing, and I was like, you know what, Lucas, don't. Let's not talk about the assassinations that happened in the other years you chose. That's like, it's funny if you go look up like what happened in a certain year. The big thing about it is who got killed.
All right.
So
That's
yeah, go ahead.
That's millennials were being born at that time.
Which it was in 1995 at the end of the millennial area.
Let's see.
The next one is, what about the U.S. beating the Soviets in the Miracle on Ice? See, I changed it up here.
Yeah, it was being born during the Miracle on Ice. So how many people celebrated by having sex? Is essentially.
I love that. That's basically what this round is.
I feel like it would be a lot easier to be like, what generation watched this?
It would be, but I mean, the problem with that is that, so take, for example, the Super Bowl question. The Super Bowl question, my parents watched it. My parents are both boomers. No, my mom's Gen X. My dad is just barely a boomer. He was born in 63. So my dad's a boomer. My mom's a Gen X. I'm a millennial. We all three watched Janet Jackson's boob.
Yep. So the answer is...
The answer is Gen X. That happened in February of 1980, just before Gen X went out the door.
When was the WHO, or the World Health Organization, founded? Who was being born at the time? Boomers, Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z.
I thought this was an appropriate question because I pulled up the year that I was looking for, and it popped this up, and I was like, "Oh, the Who! Everybody knows what the Who now is because of COVID." I forgot they existed until COVID.
Who are you? Who?
And then I also followed up my thought process with, if you just put when was the Who founded, they will name the band. So I should qualify. All right, all four answers are in. Go ahead, Doug. Tell them.
That would be boomers being born at that time.
It was. The Who was founded in 1948. That blew my mind. It's time for the final question. It's Wager Round, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a close game all night. I have faith in you all. All right. And there's also bonus points at stake here. Curveball question is normal, but if you give me the exact year related to the event, you will be awarded 3 bonus points. If you're unsure, just put the generation, just like before. For reference, you know everything. Tell me when you think that the original Apple Macintosh PC went on sale. So if in chat you just put the generation, because it's a free response that we've had listed the entire time, that's fine. If you want to take a stab at the exact year, you'll get 3 bonus points. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this round. This round kind of came out of nowhere, but I actually really enjoyed writing it today. Oh. I'm curious if anyone will take a stab, although we only have one more member to answer, and it's if you can dodge a wrench, if they're going to take a shot at the exact year. If you're inside the range, you would have been fine, by the way. Sorry, I probably should have clarified that too, but, you know, whatever. Ooh, 3 of 7. Reload. And, Steve Jobs always sneaks into questions, man. What are you going to do? We're literally just waiting on if you can dodge a wrench. Who jumps in with, oh boy. All right, that's the end. That's the end. Yep. All 4 answers are in. If you can dodge a wrench with the correct answer, and not only the correct answer, but he brings in the exact year. The Apple Macintosh was sold, I believe. I'm checking to make sure I didn't screw it up, but I'm pretty sure it was released in January of 1984. 3 bonus points coming your way. Go ahead and fix that. Done and done. Saved. And how does that affect the final scoreboard, Doug? Because in 1984 they released it was like an Orwellian commercial.
And
That
the
was their whole
winner,
big thing to release it.
Bunghole with the Scab Wings, the 116.
Oh, the
If you
3
can,
bonus points.
if you can dodge a wrench, 113. And your guys Bunghole star 107, Battletoads 77 who left. Scabby Tiny 60, Mom Bunghole who's only kind of playing 56, and E with 31.
Who
Ladies and
quit at
gentlemen,
round 3.
we appreciate you guys showing up. We are going to be
Thank you,
playing
guys.
an amazing trivia game after this. We are going to end the stream for a couple minutes. Just we're gonna go figure out our shit and get
Corral the family, get a piece of pizza, do what we do.
you typed it wrong. We will put it back up. We're gonna play this. If you want a chance to win a tabletop, so you do not have to put your face up. You have to join our Discord and talk to be able to play. But if you want to be able to win a chance to be able to get the tabletop version of this game, you have to show your face. You have to jump on. But otherwise, we will be playing Gensmak in a couple minutes. We appreciate you all. We will be back next week. Oh, announcement we missed.
What announcement did we miss?
Our theme for this month. So I realized.
Oh, do we have? Oh, I forgot.
I realized our problem. Holiday doesn't really apply because our last Thursday of the month is the 2 days before New Year's. So we're gonna do year in review for this month. Year in review. December 29th, it's going to be everything from January to December 29th. What happened, whether it be sports, whether it be politics, whether it be we're going to pick 6 categories of what happened this year, which weirdly feels more optimistic than the last time we did this, which just felt fucking terrible.
I wasn't here last time. I remember your outfits.
Yeah. So
you've picked me up since then, so it's going to be 10 times better. Let's be for real.
December 29th, we're going to be doing
I'll be at my in-laws for that trivia. That'll be great.
Your interview.
Doug.
What?
I'll be at my in-laws for that. I'm coming to your house for trivia.
Hell yes! Dude,
yes!
No, 100%.
We're doing it. We're doing it. It's happening. It's announced right here.
Yes.
It just happened. As far as I know, I'm going to do explosives on Wednesday, and I think Kim is done on Wednesday. We're planning on coming up Thursday anyway. So my plan will be to come to your house, and we're going to try to do it in person together. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. That is a plan.
I will have a crock pot chili ready for you to eat before we go.
That just got super exciting. I'm ready. My body's ready.
We're gonna do this with gusto. So,
ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. For the new people that came, thank you for coming. We had a ball. We had fun learning Japanese. For the winner, please hit me up in Discord. You are always entitled to your Amazon gift card if you want it. If not, send me a message in Discord. Tell me you love me and we love you. Thank you for another wonderful night of trivia. Thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your Thursday afternoon with us. Please, if you will, join us after. We're going to play Gensmak after this. We're going to test this game out. We want you guys to get a copy. We want you all to enjoy it like we're going to.
Yeah.
But anyway, have a wonderful beginning to your weekend, and Douglas will bring us home.
We love you all, as Lucas would say. We will be back in about 5 minutes. We're going to end the stream. We're going to set up everything else so that we can play Gensmak on stream, and we'll see in a couple minutes. Let's call it like 9:20. We'll be back. So don't leave if you want to play, and also join our Discord. We will see you all later. We love you all. We'll also be back next week for general trivia. Love you all.
That's true.
Goodbye.